What's up? I made a video in a little while. I've been cracking away at this fucking X5 and the STI actually. So I can't remember where I left off with you guys, but I guess we'll go ahead and start with the X5. Get this cord off of it. Put a few goodies on since the last video. I've been working on the fucking rear lift all fucking the last day and a half. It's such a pain in the ass. You already know about the front. Front lift is on. Here's the rear. Finally got the rear spacer on. So that's pretty solid clearance. Jesus Christ. For I mean, that's a 265/70 tire in there, and I still got room with 5 fingers, so that's pretty damn good clearance for a BMW. Ground clearance is super good too now. That's pretty damn tall. I really like it. It really stands out. I haven't got the other side on. Other side's still stock height. I'll be starting that tomorrow. And then I got another big surprise. Bam. Got the rack on there. And I wired up my Oxbeam LED bar. It's the Philips edition, I think. I don't know. I got the troll recovery unit. Army green background. Thought that was cool. And then I got, these ones aren't wired up yet. I haven't figured out how I want to do it, but I got 4 back here, the spots. And then obviously get the customary high lift jack mounted on there. A couple utility tools, mount them on there, and get my full size spare mounted in the center. And I don't feel like a poser doing that because I actually take this off the road, as you've seen in my last few videos I posted, and I will continue to do that. I was actually supposed to go today, but I wanted to get the rest of my lift on because I've been sleeping on it for too long. So yeah, I got this shit. I guess I can show you guys the, go ahead and turn it on really quick. I mounted it, the switch right here. Hold on, I'm gonna plug it in really quick. I keep it off because there's constant power to it, because so off, on. It's so bright. I love it. Obviously I don't use it on the street because that's just a dick move, but it's pretty fucking bright. And it's not like that eBay shit where you got like a couple out or a couple like blinking or flashing. No, Oxbeam is legit. It's like, I don't know how, like if you know what Megan Racing is, it's like middle ground between eBay and super high quality like Rigid Industries. If you've seen the torture test for Oxbeams, you know they're proven this, so it's they can endure way more than I'm gonna put it through, that's for sure. So thought I'd show you guys that. Love it. Plug it. Alrighty. So for this, I have a pretty sick, like matte black American, like distressed American flag decal. That's gonna go right there. It's gonna be super sick. I'm gonna get a CB radio because all my buddies that go out have one, and I feel I feel like a douche not having one because they're all get to talk to each other, and I'm just sitting there cruising along by myself. So I'm gonna get a CB. Wire that in. Trying to think what other parts I'm getting for this. I got my front bash bar for it. That's gonna be a whole nother endeavor putting that on. I'm gonna paint it with bed liner because I don't like this chrome bullshit, and I'm doing the black and gray theme obviously, so I'm gonna paint it with bed liner. It'll be durable and strong, and it'll look pretty damn good. So yeah, they got the bar, got the CB radio, all the utility shit I'm gonna put up there, and then she's gonna be mostly done except for maintenance. I don't know if I told you guys this, but from the beginning the stereo never worked. I emailed a specialist about fixing it because it's like a DSP, some complicated BMW shit, and they quoted me like $3,000. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not paying that. So I might just message like Best Buy or something and see if they can just bypass all the bullshit, just wire up all new speakers on a new head unit and just bypass all the BMW shit. They should be able to. So besides that, I think that's what is going to be done to the X5 for the most part until something breaks or I get bored and do something else with it. So the STI, fuck, whole nother goddamn story in itself. I'm gonna take a seat. Actually, no, I'm gonna show you this first. Actually, I'm gonna start with the story first. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around, but you'll see why I'm saving all these. I'll take a stare at the X5. So, as you know, we were going for 11s, if you watch my old video. 11s on the stock turbo. I was going to do an E85 tune and all that. So, I put my fuel pump in, injectors in, Grimspeed, boost control solenoid. I think that's it. Yeah, ID 1000 injectors, and then a 330 liter per hour fuel pump. Got that all in. Got my tune. And on a couple, like the last 3 or 2 dyno pulls, it started pushing coolant. And like the coolant exploded pretty much. So they didn't think anything of it really. They thought it was my radiator caps, which it still may be. But it started overheating right after that because there was pressure in the system. So we bled it out. Filled it back up with coolant and like bled all the bubbles in the area and shit out, and it maintained temperature. So we kept going and it ran fine. It made 332 wheel horsepower and 400 wheel torque, which is about what an E85 bolt-on stock turbo STI makes. So a pretty good amount of torque. I wasn't planning on the motor lasting long, but I wasn't planning on it crapping out as soon as it did, because it's kind of crapped out right now, but not really. So I went to the drag strip. The first run, first and only run, I had a good solid burnout. I burn out because our track is shittily prepped, and I get no grip, so I do a little burnout. And I get up to the line, everything's good, and then as soon as I get out of first gear, I can kind of feel it super low on power, and then I just stay on it because I don't really give a shit, because if the motor's gonna blow, it's gonna blow. So I kept going, and I got a 12.9, which is shit because I can run a 12.8 with like 250, 260 wheel horsepower and like 270, 280 wheel torque, which was my last like OTS 91 octane tune, off the shelf tune. So right then I knew something was wrong. I looked down at my gauge, my temperature gauge, and it spiked hot again. And I pushed more coolant. So either I have a failed radiator that's letting pressure into the system, failed radiator caps, or my head gasket is like semi-blown. The reason I say semi-blown is because it's only pushing coolant in my high boost map, like my Sport Sharp, which is the full whatever, but I can keep it in the Sport, just the normal Sport mode, and I'll still make 300 wheel and probably like 350 plus wheel torque, and it doesn't push coolant, and I can run it into the ground pretty much, and it never gives me a problem. So I don't know what it is. Either way, I was planning on getting it built around February and getting a bigger turbo, probably gonna go for like 450 wheel horsepower, 450 wheel torque, but I figured I'd get my cooling system done now, just to see if that's what it was the whole time. So I bought a coil radiator. Most people go with the Mishimoto's, but they've had some quality issues that I've noticed. Ow, did I just give myself a splinter? So I went with the Koyo. There aren't many better than this. Koyo's really good, and I really like the quality. So I got that. I got some new radiator caps. I'm gonna get some new hoses. We'll put that in probably tomorrow or the next day, and we'll see how she runs. I'll do a pull in the Sport Sharp full power mode, and we'll see what happens. So that's where we're at right now. Just slowly but surely working on them as I have time. This is my daily right now, but I actually took the STI to work because it's still super drivable. I just can't use the full power mode, which I don't really need on the street, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. 11 minutes. I always drag these videos out. My apologies. I just have a lot to cram in on a lot I want to show you guys. So, yeah, super excited. I got the that action vid of the La-D flats where we went off-roading. I was glad to get that up because I know I had been promising you guys an action filming. So I'm glad I could get that up. And there will be more to follow. I live in the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, so the weather's kind of shitty, so there may not be that many STI videos or drags, etc. But we'll definitely be taking this out. We'll get some snow runs going. I go with the group Oregon Trail Off-Road, and they always do stuff. Like I was saying, I was supposed to go out today, but I had to work on it. So we'll get some of those videos going, and then once spring rolls around, we'll get the STI going more. So thanks for watching. All right, bye.